The experience of being in a room with just you, with piano, and an audience is such an intimate, communal experience. And that, for me, is the most special moment of anything I get to do. When I start creating a recital program, I start with pieces that I just love, that I have to sing, that I think I can say something about, that suit my particular instrument. And then I try and find relationships between those groups of songs that I find speak to me. And not just put a greatest hits of Paul together, but to find relationships and tell a story, whether it's about the relationship between the music itself, create some kind of narrative or emotional connectivity between, a Tchaikovsky set and a Benjamin Britten set, which is something I've done before. That really excites me. I'll be making my debut at Wigmore Hall in a song recital, which is a very intimidating prospect because I'm very aware of the tradition of that place and the singers that I am particularly a fan of personally, and the ones who I look up to as artists that I hope to emulate are the ones that spend a lot of time at Wigmore Hall. And certainly there's plenty of English singers particularly who I look up to, and the tradition of the art song seems to me to be very alive and vibrant in this country. Singing songs, programming recitals is something that I take the most joy and the most pleasure in because it's really my forum to express myself in a very unique way. Not that I don't love the collaborative nature of opera and concert work, but the art song and the recital is the nearest thing to my heart. So bringing that with me to Wigmore is, again, it's a huge honor. It's very intimidating, but it's something that I am so thrilled to be doing, and I really hope to share something special with the audiences here in London. Malcolm Martineau is performing with me for that recital, and he's been an incredibly important mentor to me. We did Die Schöne Müllerin together in New York. They're sort of landmark moments in my own sort of personal history because he's someone who I've listened to as a fan and admired as an artist for years and years and years, and now to actually get to make music with him is so just personally meaningful. I will also be performing this recital in several cities in the United States, Chicago, Boston, and a few others, including New York, where I live. I performed at Carnegie Hall a number of times in the past, but this will be my first solo recital in Zenkel Hall. I'll be performing these recitals in the States with Ken Noda, who is a truly great pianist and one of the greatest vocal coaches I've ever worked with. He works at the Met as a coach and as the musical assistant to Maestro James Levine. And Ken's been a really important teacher to me, first when I was a member of the Lindemann Young Artists Program, and really ever since. We've spent literally hundreds of hours in coaching rooms at the Met working on music over the years, so we've developed a really close personal relationship and a deep musical bond that allows us to really go deep into these songs. As a young singer, early in my career, it seems that opera has been the way that I've been able to get around. There's a bigger infrastructure, certainly in America, for opera. So I've gotten many of opportunities to make great debuts in really great houses singing roles. A lot of Mozart has been important to me, to Mino, Ottavio, Ferrando. And for example, I'll be singing Belmonte soon at the Met with Maestro Levine. I feel that my instrument and my sensibilities as an artist lend themselves also to a lot of concert work, whether it's Bach and Handel, earlier things, new things. I'm always very thrilled to be doing new works, especially if I get the chance to premiere them. Soon I'll be premiering a new song cycle by a young American composer named Matt O'Coin. We're actually just starting to get together and go through some of his ideas. And again, this is one of the most exciting aspects of what I get to do, is to contribute in some small way to helping a composer find his or her voice to actually be involved in the creation of a new work, getting to know composers, that is the most rewarding thing of all, I think, that experience and that responsibility that you take on of premiering a new work. So I've been doing a lot of opera, but I think that, I'm being called towards more diverse repertoire outside of just the opera house. There's no end point. You never achieve singerdom or an acceptable degree of achievement. It's a progression always. Your voice is always changing and growing. The repertoire you're singing is always changing. And what really matters, no matter where you are in your career, beginning, middle, or end, is what you do with the moment that you have and making that moment really as meaningful as it can be and as expressive and honest as it can be. And I remember the first time that I had that feeling that I had succeeded in doing that was singing Die Schöne Müllerin. It encapsulates everything that I love about singing that piece. It's all about language and the intimacy of the song recital, certainly, but it's also very narrative and it tells a story, and there's aspects of character and acting that go into performing that. And that was the first time that I felt like I really opened myself up in front of an audience and was able to be honest and vulnerable while still singing really well, which is sometimes hard to do. There's a line you can't cross. And that was a special moment for me when I first experienced that. And I'm forever chasing that experience and everything else I try to do.